everyone, welcome to Glisten's Culinary Delights. Today we are going to get this lovely delicious bag of macaroni and make the most delicious dish that you have ever had. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome to Glisten's Culinary Delights. I'm Glisten and today I have an amazing recipe for you that's super easy that you're going to want to make for your kids anytime. Like, it's so good. Now, this recipe is a Tyler Francis recipe. It's kind of a play on his recipe because I'm changing it just a little bit to fit my taste. But it is the best mac and cheese that you will ever eat. It's so creamy, it's so delicious, and you, like I said, you're going to want to make this for every single meal. So let's get started on that mac and cheese. Now this is going to work perfectly if you watched my last week's video and you saw me make the longest cook that I've ever done, 15-hour brisket video. Go back, watch that video here. You're going to want to watch it because this mac and cheese is perfect for that brisket as well. And you can also make a brisket mac and cheese, and oh my gosh, it's to die for. So if you haven't liked or subscribed to my channel, definitely do so now. I've got so many other videos that you're going to want to check out, and let's get started on that mac and cheese. So we're going to get a pot full of water, and then we are going to add some salt. Make sure you give it a good amount of salt in your water. And then you're going to use a pound of elbow pasta because it's mac and cheese. Here I've got the large elbows, but you can use the small ones. And we're just going to let this boil for 8 minutes until it's al dente. Do not cook it over that time because you don't want your mac and cheese to be mushy. While that is boiling, I'm going to heat up our milk. So here we've got 4 cups of just whole milk. We're going to add a few ingredients, and you know it's going to be a little bit weird, but we're going to strain them out of the milk once we're done. So here we've got 4 cloves of garlic that we just smashed. Add those into the milk, and then 2 sprigs of thyme, fresh thyme. Add that to the milk, and we're going to bring this to a boil as well. All right, so I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to put this on the back because we have one more thing that we're going to make in a separate pan. So we're just going to let this heat on low and get warm. All right, so in this pan, we are going to get 3 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to melt that down. We are making a roux for our mac and cheese, and roux is basically a mixture with the butter and the flour. It's going to help our cheese sauce thicken. Melt down that butter real good. All right, so once your butter is completely melted, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Now with this, we are going to stir it vigorously because we don't want it to get all clumped up. And we're going to cook it for about a minute. All right, so once our roux starts to brown, once it's been about a minute, it's going to brown just a little slightly. We are good to go. We are going to add in our milk mixture, and we're going to strain it into this as we stir. All right, so our milk mixture is hot. We are going to just strain it directly into that roux. Stir it up because we want that flour to incorporate and we don't want lumps. Now you're going to stir this until the mixture is nice and smooth. You don't have any lumps on the bottom. You've got all of that flour mixed in. Looks pretty good. So now we're going to add in our cheese. And so we're going to do 4 cups of cheese. And here I have a mixture of Gruyère and white cheddar. Tyler Francis's calls for just the white cheddar, but I think the Gruyère cheese gives it an extra kick to it, and I love it. So we are going to add some Gruyère as well. Stir that up. Now, one tip for your cheese, you're not going to want to use cheese that's already shredded because it will get kind of gritty. So you're going to get like a block of cheese and you're going to shred it yourself. Right, so we're just stirring this until the cheese is all melted. And then we're gonna season this with salt and pepper. All right, so it's looking perfect. So now I'm going to get our pot and we're going to put the cheese mixture into our noodles that are finished and done. Oh, that looks so good, guys. All right, so we're just going to fold in that cheese mixture into our pasta. We are going to put it in a baking dish like this. All right, so now it's in the baking dish. We are going to sprinkle the rest of the cheese on top. You're gonna have about a cup and a half left. All right, and then we're gonna put this in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. All right, our next step is we are going to cook some bacon so we can put on top of our mac and cheese. So you're just gonna cut it into small strips and brown and put it in your pan and brown it. All right, so once we've got some of the fat rendered in our pan, we're gonna add another ingredient. So we're gonna do some onions that I've just chopped. And we're gonna cook this for about 5 minutes, just until our onions are translucent. And in addition to your onion, you are going to add 2 cloves of garlic that are smashed, and then some thyme leaves, fresh thyme leaves. And mix all that up now. And we're gonna cook this until it's brown. All right, so when your bacon is brown and your onions are translucent, we are going to remove this from the heat. And we are going to, if you've got any excess grease from your bacon rendering, you can just use a paper towel, turn out your mixture on your paper towel, and then this is gonna go on top of our mac and cheese once it's out of the oven. All right, we just took this out of the oven, so we're gonna sprinkle our bacon mixture on top now. Oh, this is gonna look so good, guys. I'm going to try the mac and cheese because this is also looking super, super good. Hot. Oh gosh, that's perfect. Wait for it to cool before you stick it in your mouth though. That's probably the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. Not even kidding. So good. You eat it along with this delicious brisket. That's a meal made in heaven. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this amazing video. It was my longest cook, and I'm exhausted. I only had like 3 hours of sleep last night, but it was totally worth it. I'm a total foodie, and this brisket is top notch along with this mac and cheese. So I am going to go gorge myself and then probably go take a nap. So thank you for watching. Definitely try this recipe. I look forward to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much.